Good morning and welcome back to another video, and today is another day of the Zero to Gold Cap Challenge. Now just stick around and enjoy the video. Okay, so today we are basically going to be going over what we actually did for last night. Now, if you may have noticed that I just let everything run for the day. We didn't craft anything, we didn't do anything. We are using the remaining of our supplies for the last couple of days for our raid nights. So this is the ending raid night. So without further ado, let's get into the gold for the day. Now the gold for the day goes as follows, and it is sat at a lovely 153,648 gold for the day. This is without crafting any of our silas pots or anything. This is just letting our standard farming things run. So that means that we can go through what we've actually sold, which is Glyph of the Sentinel. 3 of those we sold for 3,421 gold, along with a lovely amount of Gloom Dust, 3,604 of those for 13,352 gold, and we actually sold some greater flasks. That's 13,887 gold if you really wanted to know, and that is Endless Fathoms. So obviously we did have some remaining afterwards. But along with that, we also sold a Compendium of Storms, which is 2,958 of those. That is pretty damn good. For the Enchant Weapon Torrent of Elements, 16 of those for 2,173 gold. And also Bountiful Captain's Feasts, 10 of those for 14,145 gold. The next thing of note is Greater Flask of the Undertow, which is 3,320 gold. And Vast Horizons, 29 of those for 16,283 gold. Another thing of note is Enchant Gloves, Coltiran Crafting. I probably should have had those, saved one of those for myself. That was 57 gold for 6 of those, so I should probably just craft one for myself, which you guys actually mentioned a couple of days ago, so I should really get on top of that and do that. Actually, we'll do that in a second. Don't let me forget. So more Gloom Dust, 4,527 of those for 16,772 gold, which we've obviously got to have run out of Gloom Dust by now. Come on. We also sold 14 Deepstone Oil for 2,504 gold. Ugh, that's pretty bad for Deepstone Oil. We also sold, along with this, is 39 Doublest Delight, and that is 1,476 gold, along with 45 Codex of the Quiet Mind, 38,516 gold. What? That's insane for Codex. Codex is really cheap to craft, and we've just sold it for a lot of profit, so I'm pretty happy with that. We also sold 2 Glyphs of Fell Imp for 1,898 gold, and we sold a load of Frostweave bags in all, and a Mechanical Pandaren Dragonling, which is used for pet battles, for 1,410 gold. And also we also sold some more Gloom Dust, 1,131 gold. Well, 1,131 Gloom Dust for 4,190 gold. Other things of note is 1,011 Gloom Dust for 3,745 gold, and a Uncanny Combatant Satin Pants of the Aurora for 1,828 gold, bringing it to 153,648 gold in all. Let's pull in all of this gold, and we should have made pretty much a damn good amount for today. Now, I wanted to let this run because I was planning on testing out something for today's video, and that is what happens if I undercut everything and just kept aggressively posting everything we set up in our original crafting. And at this moment in time, we have some results for this, which means that we are, with this basic group for crafting, we can now see how much gold we're actually pulling in. And at this moment in time, our total value of all of our items on the auction house is 1,172,822 gold. And we also have a bag value of what we've got in a bag of 50,000 gold, just shy. And we actually have a bag value, an actual backpack inventory value of liquid gold of 573,869 gold. So judging from today, judging from the other day, we only had 330,000 gold. We've managed to, in about 3 days, with our inventory of stock that we've built up over time, and through our alchemy, agro posting, we've created 573,869 gold. But that being the case, let's just jump into our calculator and work out where we've actually gone to. So 573,869, and then we're going to minus 330,000 gold, which means in the space of a few days, we've made 243,869 gold back. We can't classify all of that as profit because a fair few of that was used for other different types of crafts, like some bits of transmog that we did and all of that jazz. So we can't actually specifically state, this is the reason why. But I wanted to test this out. I've thought about this at work yesterday afternoon, and I was like, well, if it works with the Silas stuff, then agro posting can work with other things, such as inscription, enchanting, all of that stuff. And I wanted to see what types of professions. Now we've seen a good understanding on what types of things are selling on the regular, so what we can use for agro posting, because I'm really enjoying agro posting at the moment. So what can we craft, what we can build up a massive amount so we can agro craft and not lose face, so to speak. So what can we create on the bi-daily? So one day you craft, the other day you aggro, and then craft aggro. Or if you've got a lot of time on your hands, which I don't, you could always do crafting then aggroing on the same day. But obviously if you do have the time to do it. If not, you could craft one day and then you could aggro on the next. Now, obviously this has only been one day of a tester, and that was on a Friday night, especially with everyone being at home at the moment. So we will have to wait and see. What I plan on doing now is setting up what we've actually found to be selling. So that would be like enchanting stuff. So we would be jumping into our TSM for that and seeing which ones we can craft at a profit. And obviously not an awful lot for me. And then we can have a gander and see what we can actually make at a profit and what has been selling fast. So we can go into our ledger, and then we can see what's actually been selling basically through our groups, and what actually has not been selling that's actually going to be causing us to generate some revenue overall. So that's pretty damn good. We can then search this by our groups, and if we go into inscription glyphs, we've been selling a fair few, but we can see that we sold a bit more than we usually do and there were some of the higher ones as well. And then we can then surmise which ones are actually selling, which ones are not selling, and which ones are suited for aggro posting. So if I went not to cooking, but we go to raid night and we go to raid night cooking, we can see that on pretty much every single day and we can then actually add up an average through this. So this is pretty much a very good one because we've been doing it for the last few days. Bountiful Captain's Feast, 25 plus 9 plus 10, and then divide that by 3. That means we have an average of around about 14.6. So we'll round up 15 per day. 15 Bountiful Captain's Feast sell on the regular per day, and they go for a market value of 1,488 gold. That means that I should really have those feasts always on the auction house for aggro posting every single day, because if we take the average, we'll say 15 times by 1,400, we'll just say 1,488 gold, and that's an additional 22,320 gold through that. So this is going to take a little while. I'm probably going to spend the evening doing this, so we'll just let everything run and see if we can make any sales. I'll do some reposting, some cancelling, and we shall surmise what is best for an updated TSM for Agro posting, specifically for raid night / whatever, or regular night. So what can we do for Agro posting in order to build up all of that jazz? Aside from that, tomorrow's video will probably be the summarization of the fully fleshed out, aggressively posting or crafting what sells fast TSM setup instead of my basic TSM setup, which is pretty much craft anything that is at a profit that has a decent sell rate. And then we've got a TSM setup that is good for people on the casual, and then we've got people who are basically play every single day. Along with that, we can then move forward into farming and then building up and restocking for the following days. Also, alongside that, I have looked at the guide requests channel that I set up in the Discord. I've been loving some of the actual recommendations. Like, I can do an analysis video on how to work out when is the best time to buy materials and then when to sell, or when to craft into potions or do any of that other. So I'm looking forward to that one because I do plan on doing that one at least one day next week. Maybe Monday, possibly Tuesday. I don't know at this moment in time because I've got quite a few things actually planned. My notepad is completely full of ideas at the moment. So I will get round to making loads of those guide requests because it's going to be cool. Aside from that, I will be actually doing a few other things moving forward, and I'm pretty damn certain you guys will probably like it. So that being the case, guys, I'm going to rest now because I have been awake far too long. Overall, a brilliant day. We're just under the cusp of 600,000 gold, and yeah, we're gonna pretty much go hard with this aggro posting now. Other than that, guys, have an awesome rest of the day, and I shall see you tomorrow.